Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Your good friend Baltmatrix here, and I am here live at TFCon DC 2019. And what I have in front of me is a labor of love from my good buddy Grim Lockamus. Say hi, Grim.
Hi.
Yeah, I have a Grim Lockamus here in-house, or in my room. You can't have him back, Internet. Okay, so we're going to take a look here. Here is customized breakdown that is made from, who is this? Wheeljack?
Rodimus.
Rodimus. So this is made off of Rodimus. The paint is really nice. Let me change the lights here a little bit. Yeah, so we're going to take a look at the vehicle modes real quick, and then we're going to go ahead and transform these figures off camera so we can get this review done pretty quickly. And this is Jazz into Dead End. And then we have RC into Drag Strip, if I remember correctly. Mm-hmm. And then we have Lockdown turned into Wild Rider. And then we have Voyager Prime turned into Motormaster. Now there's one little extra bit here with Motormaster that we're going to show you. So give me just a second to set that up. Motormaster does come with a trailer. A big, boxy, not very aerodynamic trailer. This is effectively the skeleton for the combined mode, and it looks ridiculous. Now, there is one little thing that we are missing. My good buddy Grim said that there is a piece that is supposed to come out and attach to these large magnets that are on the back of Motormaster's vehicle mode. Unfortunately, we just can't find that right now. I'm sure he's got it in his luggage or something. This is a very, very interesting way to do this that I just find is so silly. I love it so much. We're going to start out with Motormaster here and just give you guys a quick look. The painting is done very well, typical Grim Lockamus paint job, which is very, very good. And then we end up with a face that is, well, it is based off of Lobo, apparently. And I think it works really well. The figure as a whole works incredibly well for me. I would have liked to have seen, personally, the figure's head be a little bit different, but given the tolerances that we have to deal with this figure, considering the head needs to fold back into the body, and there's not much room back here, this is a darn good job. It has the same posability as Prime does in this mold, or of this mold, and it works incredibly well for me. I like it a lot. So let's move on to somebody else on the team. In order to make Dead End feel better about himself, we're going to go with him next. The paint is equally good. I love this purple. And it is modeled off of Transformers Animated Deluxe Class Jazz. And it works incredibly well with the little the little mustache he's got going on here. And kind of like a Bumblebee look, but evil. It works really well for me. Again, postability is exactly the same as the original figure. Transformation is exactly the same. Some paint is missed here on the joints. It's not a big deal, folks. It just rubs off. Again, another great paint job, and this works oddly well for Dead End, because now I think he's just a depressed Porsche beatnik. Lockdown modeled into Wild Rider works really well also. It's just so neat, because really, this mold works, I think, the best for Wild Rider. He is a tall boy, the tallest in the group, and the face sculpt, while good, is painted even more beautifully. Really like the look of this thing. It is a little bit spindly, but that's the Lockdown mold for you. Even has a nice black cannon here. Maybe would have liked to have seen a little bit of silver. Not that big a deal. Overall, a very nice job, and it works. It works really well. Next up is Breakdown, and Breakdown is modeled, or a new version of Rodimus, we'll say, and this works really well, a lot better than I originally thought it was going to work. I honestly didn't think Breakdown would look good as, or in the Rodimus mold, but it does, and it makes Breakdown look really paranoid. I don't know why. Do you know what I'm talking about, Grim? This mold, just with the way you've customized his head, he looks like he's ready to be paranoid.
Yeah, I think it's something with the Rodimus head that was used. It's just he really is just kind of like blanking out, like I don't know, he's trying to figure out what's coming up next.
Yeah, I agree. I think this works really well. And finally, we have Drag Strip. Now, if you're wondering what that clicking and clacking is in the background, that's Grim transforming the trailer. No biggie. It works. It's a good drag strip. Now, Grim, why did you go with RC's mold as opposed to anybody else? like, say, one of the other cars?
So the idea was to take the original BotCon Stunticon set and repurpose that into Menasor. I was thinking of going with Blur as a new take on it, but with the other four being, exact translations of those molds into, what my project, I figured just keep Dragstrip as is.
Yeah, that works. And I think it looks good. I love the painting on the head. I mean, that takes some, not only skill, but some really steady hands. Unfortunately, on my little makeshift little review area, none of these guys want to stand up. But they do stand. Really, they do stand up. All right, fully combined, we have Transformers Animated Menasor. This thing's huge. Do you know what the full height is, my friend?
I believe Predaking was around, was it like 2 feet maybe? So he's probably roughly around that size.
Okay. Now, you used for the base limbs are the knockoff Predaking, correct?
Right. You can tell by the hand, since they have individually articulated fingers. This is the knockoff version of Predaking.
But is it the oversized one?
No, it's the normal size. So any Predaking will be around this size as well. But the oversized one is not the oversized. The knockoff one's a little bit cheaper and has the better hand articulation.
Okay. And then where did you get the chest from?
The chest and the wheels used on the back, not the Motormaster wheels, the big wheels.
Which I love the fact that Motormaster is literally the butt of the figure.
Well, I mean, among the Stunticons, he is the butt of the joke half the time.
This is true.
It seems fitting. But those parts came from the Rollout Command Optimus Prime from Animated.
Okay. And then finally, where did you get that head? Because that's perfect.
So the head sculpt is 3D printed from render form, actually, and was a very generous gift from them, and was the inspiration for me to make it into a Menasor.
And what's their website? Do you know off the top of your head?
I believe it's www.renderform.com, but I'm assuming there will be a link posted in the description of this video.
You would be correct, my friend. Now, this figure is currently not for sale, correct?
Correct.
But if you contact him and you pay him enough, he might be willing to do it. I make no promises. This figure has been a long, hard project for you, hasn't it?
Yes, to say the least.
And I can tell that there's a lot of love here. Now, what was the decision to go with magnets for the connections regarding the figure as a whole, as opposed to, say, something more integrated like sliding connectors? Was it just because of ease of use, or was it mainly because that's really the best way you could do it given the animated figures?
It was, for me at least, with my customs, I'm not a full 3D printer. I can't really make too many new parts. I have to have them either custom ordered or provided by other companies who work on these kinds of kind of pieces. So it was more a matter of what I could work with while also making it functional. The magnets seemed to be the best way to go with it, as it would allow the animated toys to still work as the quote-quote combiner without causing any issues with their transformation or having to have any pile of parts on standby to add to them before combination.
And not only that, but a lot of times Menasor has been shown where it's literally just the cars attached to limbs that appear from a trailer or from Motormaster.
Exactly. So it more or less was it was also meant to be kind of a homage to the original G1 model, where the cars did, in fact, just attach to the limbs. And even if you take the cars off, it still forms a decent-looking Menasor, just not one that has a bunch of cars on his arms and legs.
Well, this is a thing of beauty. Thank you so much for sharing with me, Grimlockamus. Where can people find you?
Typically on Twitter with the at Grimlockamus or at Chrome Tyranno. I also post on the Radicon Customs in TFW 2005.
Cool. As always, folks, I'm Ben Baltmatrix. We're taking a look at a custom from a good friend, Grimlockamus, aka the Chrome Tyranno. I am Baltmatrix. Please be sure to tip your waiter.
I do accept tips.
Thank you for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe. If I've seen you at TFCon, thank you so much for coming up and saying hi.
Likewise.
Yeah, for Grim as well. We'll be here all weekend, and you'll probably be seeing this video after the con. Thank you so much for watching. We'll catch you next time.